Yo, what's up? My name is Cody Ransom. I am the co-owner of the Black Wall Street Liquid Lounge, but also one of the tour guides and historians here in the Greenwood District. And today I'm gonna cover a little bit about what we do here at the Liquid Lounge when it comes to education about Black Wall Street. So I use this wall and art in order to, number one, keep me on track, but number two, as a teaching tool. And so I think that artists will be the new history teachers, in my opinion. And so we kind of try to start that movement here. So what we have here, the first person on the wall is Lula Williams. Lula Williams owned the Dreamland Theater that was in the Greenwood District, which is one of the largest theaters in Greenwood. So we talked quite a bit about Lula Williams and what happened to her theater, how she built it and things of that nature. The next person we have is O.W. Gurley. If you're familiar with the Greenwood District, O.W. Gurley is the founder of Greenwood. We would not have a Black Wall Street if it was not for O.W. Gurley. So we talk about his life story and kind of what prompted him to build Black Wall Street. The next person is Dr. A.C. Jackson, who worked alongside the Mayo brothers, who the Mayo Clinic is named after, was considered to be the quote-unquote most capable Negro in America. So he's also one of the founders of Greenwood that we talk about. The next person is Mabel B. Little. Mabel B. Little helped rebuild the Greenwood District, but also she was here during the massacre and she used to run Madam C.J. Walker's beauty parlor. So we talk a little bit about Mabel B. Little. The last person is J.B. Stratford. So John the Baptist Stratford was from Kentucky. He was an attorney from Kentucky, but he was also considered to be the wealthiest person in the Greenwood District, but he did quite a few things other than that, and so we talk about him quite a bit as well. We have the plane at the top, which has the dates May 31st to June 1st. Those 2 days are very important when it comes to Greenwood's history. So we talk about that. We also talk about the significance of the airplane, particularly to the Greenwood District. The next part is the train track. That train is the south side border to the Greenwood District. So we talk about what that represents and what it was used for during the massacre and after. The last part on here is Black Wall Street, Greenwood, and Archer, which are the two main streets of Greenwood, but also the nickname Black Wall Street. We talk about how it got that name and how it held up to that name. We have the Black Lives Matter mural that was put on Greenwood Juneteenth of 2020. And so it's a whole story that goes along with that. So we'll talk about that some. At the bottom, we have the Oklahoma Eagle. The Oklahoma Eagle being the last piece of commercial property that is actually owned by a Black family in the Greenwood District. So we kind of get into detail about how that came about. We also have the HR 12707 bill, which is the land run bill most of us heard about in school, but there's a lot of pieces to that land run bill that contributed to not only destroying Greenwood, but some other things around the Greenwood District and Tulsa as well. And then the last piece is the Trail of Tears, which goes roughly from 1831 to 1877. So we talk about its significance specifically with Black settlers as well, but kind of how the 5 civilized tribes became the 5 civilized tribes, but also how they ended up in Oklahoma. So that's a little bit about what we cover inside of the coffee shop. If you're interested in learning more, just send us a message, let us know, and I'll be happy to give you a tour of Greenwood. All right, peace. All right, so in case you didn't know, what we just served was actually called an O.W. Gurley. Our menu here at the Black Wall Street Liquid Lounge is inspired by not only Black Wall Street, but Black history. We have everything on here from Mama Fletcher, which is the oldest survivor in Greenwood, but then we also tie in things like Purple Rain. I'm a Prince fan. She had an O.W. Gurley. We have a Simon Berry, J.B. Vanilla Bean. So what we do here at the Liquid Lounge is we try to make history fun and entertaining. And so like what you saw in the backspace, that's what we kind of do when we're doing the tours. But the duality of the tour is I don't just talk about Black trauma, we talk about Black triumph. So I play around a lot. If you've taken my tour, you know there are points in the tour we gonna joke and play and kind of bring the energy a little bit, because Greenwood is not a graveyard. Shout out to my boy Marlon Hall. It's not a graveyard. This is the place that you could come here, you can cultivate the land and grow something out of. And I want everyone to leave the Greenwood experience and the Greenwood tour with something to build on top of, not leaving with your head down. So come in, grab you a drink, sit down in the back. We'll go on this tour on the back side, and then we'll take a walk outside to see the historic district, and then we all good. So once you've taken the tour, you're forever family, and Liquid Lounge will forever be home for you. On my mama.